tutorial I'm going to show you how to do the floret stitch. It's a really gorgeous 2-row repeated pattern which gives you this lovely texture on one side but is completely flat on the reverse, making it ideal for scarves and garments where you want flat on one side if it's going to be against skin, but you still get this gorgeous texture on the other side. So let's have a look at the tutorial. So for this tutorial I have a Stylecraft Aran DK. You can use any yarn that you like. I believe this is the colourway Rose. I have a 4.5mm crochet hook, so you just need to choose a corresponding hook to the yarn you want to use. I have scissors to cut off my end, needle to sew in my end, and a stitch marker just in case I need one. So for this floret stitch we're going to start off with a foundation chain. So we're going to make a slip knot. You can do this in whichever way you prefer. And our foundation chain needs to be made in multiples of 2 plus 3 extra at the end for our turning chain to give us the height for the work. So crochet multiples of 2 for the width that you would like, and then add your 3 extra on the end. I'm going to do 20 and then add 3 at the end, so I would have 23 altogether. So yarn over and pull through the loop on your hook, that's 1. Yarn over, pull through the loop on your hook, 2, 3, 4. So pause the video now whilst you make your foundation chain as long or as short as you would like it to be, and I shall see you in a moment. So I have my 20 chains. I'm going to do my extra 3, 1, 2, 3, and those are going to be the chains that give me the height for my work. So we're going to start row 1 in the 4th chain from the hook, so we don't count the one on the hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going in there with a treble. In US terms that would be a double crochet. So to do that we yarn over, insert into the chain, yarn over and pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So you can see now that that 3 chain that was extra is actually working as a treble in this situation. So we're going to treble into the next stitch, so yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. And we're just going to put 1 treble in each of the chains all the way back up the row. So pause the video now whilst you work a treble stitch into each of your chains, and I shall see you at the end of the row for row 2. So pause the video now. So there I have my row of trebles for row 1, and I'm ready to start row 2. Rows 2 and 3 are the repeating patterns for the whole of your work. So to start row 2 then we're going to chain 1 and we're going to turn our work. The chain 1 does not count, therefore we're going to work into that very first stitch there, and we're going in there with a slip stitch. So you insert, yarn over, pull through the stitch and pull through the loop on your hook. In the next stitch we're going to do a treble. So we yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. Slip stitch in the next stitch and treble in the next. And what this slip stitch does is sort of pull that treble back down, so it pushes it out to give us the nice texture that we're looking for. So slip stitch and treble. And we're going to do that all the way down the row till we get to just before the end. So slip stitch and treble all the way down your row, and I shall see you at the end of row 2. So pause the video now. So it comes to what looks like my last 2 stitches and a turning chain. So I've got a treble here, so I'm going to slip stitch and then treble and then I'm going to finish the row off by doing a slip stitch into the top of that 3 chain from the previous row. And there you have row 2 complete, and if you flip it over you can see that the trebles are being pushed forward, as I said earlier, by having that slip stitch. It's just squashing down the treble and pushing it forward to give us this lovely texture. So row 3 then, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, turn our work. The chain 3 counts as a treble in this row, so we're not going to work at the bottom of that 3 chain, we're going to work into the next stitch with a treble. And we're going to work into each stitch across with 1 treble in each stitch. And this is kind of a returning row so that we can come back and do the textured row on the same side as the other textured rows. So just putting 1 treble into each stitch all the way across. So work your way down row 3 and I shall see you at the end of the row to show you how to finish off your row. So pause the video now. So when you come to the end of your row 3, you just need to make sure that you're doing your very last stitch into the slip stitch from the previous row. Oops. And there you have row 3 complete. Chain 1, and we're going to repeat row 2. So the chain 1 does not count, therefore we're going to work a slip stitch into that very first stitch, and then we work our treble. Slip stitch and treble. So you're just repeating rows 2 and 3 all the way through the length of your work. I'm going to work up a few more rows for you to see how it looks, and I shall see you in a moment. So I've just worked up a few more rows for you to see how it looks, and you do get this gorgeous little raised texture on the one side, and it is completely flat on the reverse side. Nice, quick, easy stitch to work up. Because you've got these rows of trebles in between, it does work up quite quickly, which is really good. And you get this beautiful, very delicate texture, but if you squash it down, it's not going to be a texture that will sort of interfere with anything. So I can see this actually being used on quite a few things. I think it would look lovely on garments. I think it would be a really nice scarf. It's not too thick, it's not too much of a yarn eater, it's just a really beautiful stitch. So if you've enjoyed this tutorial today, please give it a thumbs up. It helps the YouTube algorithm do its magic and show it to other crocheters, and that will help them on their crochet journey. If you've enjoyed seeing my beautiful bee stitch marker today, I'll put a link somewhere around this video where you can go and see it in my Shopify shop. It's also available in my Etsy store if you prefer to shop that way. There are lots of haberdashery, stitch marker, crochet related stickers and cards and planner books and all sorts of things in the shop. So please go and have a look and help support the channel as much as you can. I shall pop 2 more videos on the side of the screen to help you on your crochet journey, and I will see you just over there. Thank you so much for joining me on this one, and happy hooking!